Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Meg, and today I am going to show you how to do a really cool mix and match chrome plum cowprint set. It's a bit of a mouthful, but my client requested this and I've wanted to do this kind of set for a while, so it's got a little bit of everything. I'm going to teach you how to do it, so let's get straight into it. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so we're going to start with the colour of the month, quite frankly, is Damson in Distress, and what we've done here is just done some cut out circular nails on the thumb and the ring finger to start. I did do 2 coats of all of the colours on these nails, so any colour with Damson in Distress I did 2 coats, and then the white I did 2 coats, and the pinky was a blooming, so that was just 1. But what I'm doing now on the index finger is just popping a really nice deep smile line French in, and then we will move on to the middle finger in a second. If you haven't already got this colour in your collection, I would highly recommend popping it in your basket. The link will be in the description box below, but I'm not lying when I tell you that I think I've used it since I've had it, which is a few weeks, probably almost every day bar 1 day a week. So I would say, yeah, there's been a client or 2 each day that's had it, and I'm quite frankly going to need to order another one at some point because it's so popular. It's probably the perfect mix between like a cherry and a purple and a pink all in one. It's perfect for autumn anyway. But moving on from that, we've completed those 3 nails now, so that's how that should look on your set. I did use natural beige acrylic powder underneath because I felt like the nude would bounce back off of the pink really well. I've gone in with Snow White here, and I do 2 coats of this just to make sure that it's really full pigment and nice and even as well, because we're going to be doing a cow print on top of this. Moo! And with that, take Serious Black, and then you want a nice fine liner brush. I always tend to start in either the right or the left top hand corner for patterns like this. I just find it easier. And then what you want to do is just create a really ruggedy edge sort of blob. As you can see here, I'm going to go with the second one, but I never keep the edges smooth or straight. There's always a random spiky line out of one bit and another bit too. It's just really messy, to be honest with you. Obviously you want to represent like a cow's fur and, you know, the print on it, so it's never going to be perfect. So you could just see I was adding a few texture lines there. And I would say, as I'm doing this nail, the way I've done it is probably the best way that I could demonstrate how to do the perfect cow print. The print came out perfectly for this length of nail, and if they were shorter I would do it exactly the same. I would just make the blobs smaller, so I would scale them down. So if you are wanting to try a cow print, I would say try to go ahead and copy this exact print layout, because it does look really effective and realistic in person, and you can always finish with a matte top coat as well, and that gives it a really cool effect. It's just really stand out, to be honest. The black and the white contrast looks like yum. But anyway, I've kept it gloss because my client wanted it glossy, but it's looking good already. And so that's 4 nails almost done. We are going to be adding gold chrome and gold details in a minute, but I'm just going to shut up for a second and let you enjoy that. Fab. So we're moving on to the pinky, and I've done a layer of blooming gel here. I did a very thin layer of blooming gel because I didn't want the black to bloom too much. I just wanted it to be ever so slightly so that it gave it a little bit of a faded edge. So you'll see that here. It does stay quite pigmented, and I've just gone in with multiple sizes because I find that the more messy and the more abstract they look, the better the nail looks. So I've left it like that, and I'm going to put it straight in the lamp. Once you've done that, you've got your base for all of your nails for this set. So then we want to top coat every single one of them now, because we are going to be doing chrome. So you want to top coat, and then we are going to buff them before we apply our chrome powder. So now I'm going in with my buffing block. These are quite fine grit buffing blocks, but they're perfect for prepping for your chrome powder. As you can see, it doesn't remove the pattern underneath, and it literally just takes away the top shine from the top coat. So I'm just going to do that on pretty much all of them except the blooming gel one now. Right, next step, I am using, oh, little blob there. I'm just using a sort of rhinestone-y glue kind of gel here, and this will be available soon. This is just going to give a very slight raise on the nail. My client wanted this particular bit of chrome on top of the Cowprint to be slightly see-through, so it's still full pigment, but it's not got that really strong full coverage chrome. You can slightly see through it because she didn't want it to contrast too hard against the Cowprint. She wanted the Cowprint to be the main character. So we did use black for the other chrome nails on this set, and we used the clear on this one because it gave more of a 3D effect, which is what we wanted to focus on. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm probably rambling, but I'm just going to go ahead and cure this now, and then we are going to take our chrome pen. And these are brilliant, by the way, absolutely fantastic, especially if you're a beginner. You want to get every single shade of these, especially coming into Christmas, because chrome is going to be the one that we're doing the most. And look how easy that is. All I do is rub it on, and then you can just use a little sponge if you want, just to rub it in a little bit more. But that was it. Literally brush it off and Bob's your uncle, you're done. So literally adding the tiniest little bit extra there just on the outer edge, and you can see that it doesn't overpower the Cowprint underneath. It's a very subtle chrome if you use clear. Now I'm going to show you the difference between the subtle chrome effect and more of a pop high coverage chrome effect. So I'm going to use Serious Black here, and we are going to do a star. When you want to do these stars, make sure to put a dot in the center and then find your thinnest, longest brush, and don't add any extra product. Just drag the excess from the dot in the middle up and down, and then left to right. And then you want to do a tiny little diagonal on each corner in between those lines, and that should give you a really simple star effect, which you can then put a little gem in the middle of if you want to as well. Obviously you can do that in any colour. I'm just using the black as the base for the chrome here. But I always struggled with making really cute dainty stars, and it was because I was using too much product and not starting in the centre. So that's how I would recommend to do that. Here I'm just popping a few little gold details in just to make it pop, and I have used the rhinestone glue that I used earlier, and that really helps to hold gems on as well. It's brilliant for that, and it doesn't look messy once you finish and top coat around it. Now take your top coat and just go over everything. Make sure not to go over the top of the gems, you just want to go around it. And then wait for this one here, look, just wait for the pop. Woo, girl. That looks so cute. Like, I think the contrast of the pink and the neutrals and then those two black and white nails just looks so good. My client was so happy at this point. It's Charlie, my regular. She's in a lot of my videos. But yeah, she was buzzed, and so was I, to be fair. Really happy. And I think we'll definitely do another set like this, but in a different colour. So that's how they came out at the end. They look really, really clean and fresh, very crisp and Instagrammable. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and if you recreate them, please tag us in Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anything like that, and make sure to leave us a comment below. If you haven't already subscribed as well, please hit the button because it really helps us. And yeah, that's it for me today. I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.